everyone, this time we're going to check out a CDI game called Tetsuo Gaiden. Being released in 1997, it makes it one of the latest CDI titles and a European exclusive, as the rest of the world had long forgotten the CDI by that time. Still, by the end of the life cycle of a console, you'll often find the best games for it. So did the developer Creative Media make indeed something creative out of it? Well, let's find out.
Tetsuo Gaiden.
I said it wrong again? Man, that's it. I've had it up to here with people correcting me on these Japanese names. I am calling in the expert. And get this settled right here and right now for once and for all. Come on man, pick up the phone. It's not like we got all day.
Oh, what the hell? Why am I getting phone calls at 1 in the morning? Moshi mosh.
Hey Luke, Seb here. I was wondering if you could help me out on something here.
Oh, hey Seb. Yeah, sure thing, man. What can I help you with?
Well, do you know that NES game we crazy Europeans call Shadow Warriors?
Oh, you mean Ninja Gaiden? What about it?
Ah, so I did say it correctly. It is Gaiden.
Okay, what are you talking about?
Sorry man. You see, I'm actually doing a review for a CDI game called Tetsuo Gaiden. And, well, just listen for yourself what happens when you start the game up.
Tetsuo Gaiden.
Okay, wait, so they mispronounced their own name? That's some funny shit. I think you may have found a new low there, Seb.
Ha, I might have there actually. But that is quite bad indeed. They probably just use a Japanese name to look cool. What does it mean anyway, Luke? It better have something to do with spaceships.
Well, not that I know of. I mean, Tetsuo is usually a men's name in Japan, but I guess if you use the right kanji, it can come out to be Iron Man. And Gaiden has a bunch of different meanings, so I think the most commonly used one in games means side story.
So nothing to tie to spaceships at all then?
Not unless they're referring to Darius Gaiden in an attempt to kind of ride on their success.
Well, in that case, I just wonder what it's a side story of, or what the main story is in general, actually.
Don't you have the manual? It's usually in there.
No, and I even thoroughly checked all 2 pages of it, but I couldn't find it. I guess they couldn't fit it in anymore, as it already needed to house 2 languages too.
Sounds horrible. So it has no story, and they had no idea about the name. So if it has spaceships, then it's a shoot 'em up, right? What's the game itself like?
Well, hang on, and I'll send you over some images, so you could look at it too. It's kind of like Galaga. You shoot waves of aliens and score points. Clearing a wave will sort of give you a multiplier, and failing to do so will decrease it. The game is pretty keen on telling you so too. Here, just watch and I'll demonstrate.
Score increase. Score decrease.
That just sounds silly, man. I love how depressing the guy sounds when your score decreases.
Yeah, no kidding man, that is silly, and it makes no sense either since your actual score doesn't even decrease. Later on it gets pretty much impossible to keep the multiplier going too. Some waves come from both sides and there is no way in hell you can shoot them all down the first time they come in. Once they have left the screen, the remaining ones will swoop in again, and to be even a bigger pain in the ass, they will add a new ship.
But there are power-ups, right? I mean, every shoot 'em up has power-ups. Don't tell me they mess with that concept too.
Yeah, there are power-ups, sure, but they're pretty much useless. They randomly float down the screen in random patterns, usually going away from your ship, and the powers themselves kinda suck. You can get 2 or 3 shots, but you'll need to get 2 power-ups for each upgrade. And those are actually the only upgrades you'll get, unless you count that useless shield that only lasts for 3 seconds or so.
That's all?
Well, there is one to clear the screen of enemies, which you usually get when there's nothing around anymore, of course. and there are ones to increase or decrease the score. You can also shoot them for more points though, and there is finally one more power up which is only available in 2-player mode, and if you pick that up, the points you collect will be deducted from the score of the other player. So that's kind of fun one to mess around with the other guy.
Oh, a CDI game that has some multiplayer action and you can tease each other? That does sound kind of fun at least.
It would maybe if you could actually play simultaneously, but no. You have to take turns, so if the other player is stealing your points, there is nothing you can do about it.
Okay, scrap that being fun too then. Damn, does this game have anything good to offer at all? I mean, it looks horrible too. So little variety in enemies, and the background never changes either.
Well, the one music track that plays during gameplay is somewhat decent, and the game has another mode called Modern, which is basically the same, but the background scrolls. But it gets pretty confusing with it. Whose bright idea was it to put in big UFOs in the background of a space shooter? I want to shoot that down, not those tiny nobodies.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Those look much more interesting to shoot down. The background is really distracting though. Isn't that just an FMV playing in the background?
Yeah, you got that right, man. It's also the reason that this game needs a digital video cartridge.
You're kidding, right? This basic game needs the DVC expansion?
Yep, clearly its awesomeness wouldn't be possible otherwise.
Talk about underplaying a system's strengths.
You are spot on there, man. This is just an insult to the gaming industry as a whole, in my opinion. Producing and actually selling something as basic as this should be a crime. It's hard to find a Flash game with less features than this, for crying out loud. What's worse is that this game came out so late in the system's life, meaning that not many copies were made. So believe it or not, but this piece of crap ends up being actually one of the rarest CDI titles, and anyone who's stupid enough to want to get this will have to spend like $20 on it.
Well, this is a game I'll be skipping for sure on the CDI. Thanks for the heads up, Seb. Just imagine what the poor sucker who actually bought this game must have gone through when he got it. What a disappointment that must have been.
Yeah, you can say that again. I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah, you're probably right, man. What a sucker that would be. Look, thanks a lot for helping me out on this one, man. I think we've pretty much summed up the whole game together now.
Yeah, man, it was a pleasure. But didn't you just say you actually...
Oh, sorry, look. I think I left some water boiling. I really need to go now. Sorry, take care, man.
Game over.
Hey, wait. Did you just hang up? I think that tells us something now, doesn't it? Well, guys, I'm sure he'll be back later on with a new video, and yeah, in the meantime, if you get bored and you feel like watching some really sad videos, you can drop on by my channel sometime. I'll be sure to put up a new video there soon, too.
You lying bastard. Guess what's for dinner tonight, huh?